Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
Hey, happy Monday, Utah. We've got a lot to talk about when it comes to our weather forecast. To kick off the week, we've got cloudy, warm, and windy conditions for your Monday, but rain and rumbles of thunder if possible as we go towards your Monday afternoon. That's in the valleys, but in the mountains, we're going to be looking at that rain potentially turning into some heavy mountain snow as we go into your Monday evening. So if your travels take you through the mountains this evening, be aware of that. But folks, we're not done. How about the potential for some snow in the valleys as we get towards your Tuesday morning? Yeah, it's in the forecast, and it's not an April Fool's joke. Let's get right to your temperatures. You're thinking, Cedric, it's 51 degrees in Salt Lake City. It's 57 in St. George. What snow are you talking about? Well, these temperatures are fairly warm for now, and it's all because the wind. You know, when that wind kicks out of the south, it helps to really boost those temperatures. And yeah, we're sure enough about 5 to 15, if not 20 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. You can see those winds beginning to pick up now, especially across the West Desert, where you got those wind gusts between 15 and 30 miles per hour. I expect to see more of that as we go throughout the day. So your West Desert locations under a wind advisory. Same story for south central and southeastern portions of the state as well. So if you're heading down to Lake Powell, be careful if you're going to be out on the lake today. Could have some choppy waters to have to deal with those gusty winds. If you're heading to the West Desert, be aware there could be some blowing dust coming across the interstate as you're traveling along I-15 down towards the south. All right, let's get you to the radar. A little bit of light rain shower activity in the valleys and a few snow showers up towards the Bear River Range. This is just the beginnings, though, of our next weather maker that's starting to get kicked off here. You can see the larger part of the system here back to the west. We've got a front that's coming through Idaho and Nevada. We've got an upper low pressure that's off the west coast. Both of those will move through the Beehive State over the next, let's say, 48 hours, bringing in some big changes to that forecast. So we've got winter weather advisories for the Wasatch Mountains north and south of I-80, along with the Central Mountains for some dangerous winter travel conditions that will be possible as we go into tonight, heading into your Tuesday. So this little activity we have out there now may try to blossom a little bit more as we go between now and about 7 a.m., but the real story is we start to see the main activity developing across northwestern portions of the state by around lunchtime. Most of us are still primarily dry, but then as we get towards the afternoon and evening commute, as you get into Cache Valley, down through the Wasatch Front, that's when we start to expect to see some of that valley rain developing. Could have a couple of rumbles of thunder with that, and that mountain snow will start to really kick off. And then it just increases intensity as we go into the early evening hours. So we've got some heavy valley rain with the potential of some rumbles of thunder and some heavy mountain snow. Look at the pockets of dark blue showing up. And that just blossoms across the higher elevations. So it is going to be a snowy evening and night in our mountains with some valley rainfall that will be heavy at times as that slowly shifts to the south with the front. Notice the Central Mountains, Ephraim over towards Richfield, over towards the Price area getting in on some of that snow by the time we get towards midnight. We're still not done. As you wake up Tuesday morning, we get that northwesterly flow, so we could be talking about up and down the I-15 corridors in the valleys as some snow, and that could continue off and on through your Tuesday morning into the midday hours. And then that final wave of moisture moves through as we get into your Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning, and that could mean widespread snow showers once again. So a quarter to a half an inch of liquid precipitation is likely. As far as the snow goes, the upper Cottonwoods 10 to 20 inches, northern mountains 6 to 12 inches, 4 to 8 inches in the central mountains, the mountain valleys about 2 to 6 inches, 1 to 4 inches for the benches, and the valley floors about a trace to 2 inches. Oh yeah. No April Fool's jokes, folks. We've got some changes in that forecast ahead. St. George, low 70s, 60s, eventually the 50s with a chance of a few isolated showers. The Wasatch Front, though, rain and rumbles of thunder today. How about snow tomorrow and rain and snow potential for your Wednesday? But look at the weekend. Not too bad as we see improving conditions.